166 304 or 0556 302 880 0243 614 423. 𝗟𝗏𝗡 Towers, offering you a safe, secured, luxurious space.
Hello, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on the morning news updates. My name is Anita and Afarley Quarcoo. We are coming to you live from our studios here in the Grand House at Adzika, Accra. Coming up in this bulletin, government to tighten stadium security after fatal stabbing of Kotoko supporter. Now, meanwhile, the Ghana Football Association has suspended all Premier League matches following the deadly incident at 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏. Coming up, Appointments Committee Chair condemns Afenyomakin's conduct towards committee's clerk and demands apology. In the Ashanti region, properties vandalized as students of KTI and CAS clash in Kumasi. Designates for Sports and Recreation Kofi Adams has assured the public that government will intensify security at stadiums across the country. This follows the tragic stabbing of an Asante Kotoko fan after a league match on March Day 19. The incident, which occurred after a Ghana Premier League match in 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏, led to the fans' death during their clash with 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 FC. In response, the Ghana Football Association has placed all Premier League matches on hold as investigations continue. Kofi Adams condemned the act of violence and stressed that no one is above the law and that the police will thoroughly investigate and bring those responsible to justice. Authorities have since invited the owner of the team linked to the incident, and police investigations is also underway to determine the circumstances leading to the fatal attack. Meanwhile, the Ghana Football Association has put on hold all games in the Ghana Premier League following the incident of violence at 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 over the weekend. Now, the act of violence led to the death of one Asante Kotoko fan at 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 as 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 hosted the Porcupine Warriors on March Day 19 of the league. Following the incident, the Ghana FA has decided to postpone the next round of league matches, that is March Day 20, and according to the FA, the move is aimed at creating space for the GFA to engage with relevant stakeholders and discuss the ramifications of the violence. The action taken will allow the GFA to assess the situation, consult with stakeholders, and develop strategies to prevent such incidents in the future. The deceased, identified as Francis Frimpong, popularly known as Pole, was believed to be a passionate supporter of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. An eyewitness who was at the VIP section of the stadium claimed he was seated close to former Minister of Employment and Labour Relations Ignatius 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 when the brawl began. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, the head of the Asante Kotoko's technical directorate, was seated to his right, so when the fight broke out, he went downstairs to try and calm the situation. When he got there, he signaled for 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 to join him, but some of the Kotoko leadership advised 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 not to, warning that the situation was too volatile and he could be attacked. So 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 stayed back. He narrated, according to the eyewitness, this angered 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. He got upset when 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 ignored him and out of frustration signaled the supporters to continue what they were doing. He incited the fans. On his way back to the seat, Pole approached him. The leadership of the opposition New Patriotic Party has accused the Speaker of Parliament, 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗡, of adopting an autocratic approach to intimidate the minority caucus in the House. According to the party, the suspension of 3 of their MPs following last week's chaos during the vetting proceedings is unacceptable and poses a threat to their ability to hold government accountable. The party views this selective and autocratic posture of the Speaker as dangerous, with these actions packaged to coer the minority into submission, subsequently weakening its potential to hold the government accountable, the party stated in a press release issued on Monday, February 3. The party only responded officially to the suspension of 4 MPs, 3 from the NPP and 1 from the NDC, after the minority caucus addressed a news conference in Parliament on Monday on the same subject. Former Majority Leader 𝗟𝗜𝗍𝗏 also condemned the Speaker's decision to suspend the MPs, asserting that Mr. Bagbin had violated the Constitution and failed to adhere to the standing orders of Parliament. The chairman of the Parliament Appointment Committee, Bernard Ahiafo, has called on the Minority Leader Alexander Afenyomarkin to apologize to the clerk of the committee, describing his action as unfortunate, uncalled for and unbecoming of a member of Parliament. Speaking on the recent tensions surrounding the vetting process, Ahiafo defended the clerk and insisting that she acted impartially during the proceedings. The clerk wasn't partisan. What Afenyomarkin did to the clerk was unfortunate, uncalled for, and unbecoming of a member of Parliament. I expect him to apologize to the clerk of the committee rather than going around defending his character. I have suggested that the minority's frustration stemmed from the 2024 election defeat, which continues to influence their actions in Parliament. It is rather unfortunate that the minority side are still bleeding from the election defeat. I apologize to the clerk on behalf of the committee, he stated in an interview on Monday. Ahiafo also expressed concern about the nature of questioning during the vetting process, noting that some inquiries were unnecessary. Despite the ongoing tensions, Ahiafo reaffirmed that the vetting process would proceed, emphasizing the need for professionalism and decorum. The newly sworn-in Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Oklo has announced security and sanitation as her key priority areas for the country's capital city, outlining her vision for the region in her first meeting with the management and staff of the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council on February 3. Linda Oklo announced the reintroduction of the Regional Sanitation Day and an award scheme for the cleanest city aimed at improving sanitation in the capital. She stated that municipal and local district assemblies will be supported to become self-sustaining as part of the government's resetting agenda. She further revealed her intention to work closely with the traditional authorities alongside religious organizations to deepen decentralization and participatory governance. She also noted that MMDCEs and the districts will be empowered to improve revenue generation to ensure sustainable development at the local level. Now, the Electricity Company of Ghana has raised concerns over an alarming rate of meter tampering across the country, leading to a surge in technical losses for the company. Addressing the concerns at the press conference on Monday, February 3, the company revealed that in Dansoman alone, approximately 10% of the 70,000 installed meters have been tampered with, causing them to under-record electricity consumption. Acting Managing Director of ECG, 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗍, issued a stern warning, emphasizing that anyone caught engaging in such illegal activities would face the full force of the law. We will conduct thorough investigations, and there are laws in this country. After our investigation, law enforcement agencies like the police will take over. Once the police complete their work, the case will proceed to court, where the law on the case will be applied because this is stealing, it's a criminal offense, he stated. He further assured that no one involved, whether a contractor, electrician or customer, will be spared. 𝗟𝗏𝗍𝗏𝗍 lamented the impact of such unpatriotic acts on ECG's operation, stating that collusion between customers and some contract workers to manipulate meters is undermining the company's financial stability and, by extension, the country's economic growth. We'll take you to the Ashanti region, where students of the 𝗏𝗏𝗡 Technical Institute and the Kumasi Anglican Senior High School have clashed, leading to vandalism of properties on both campuses. In a violent reprisal, the rampaging students burnt car tires and hurled stones and other objects. They destroyed 4 private vehicles on campus of CAS and the school gate, as well as a billboard and notice board at KTI. The principal of KTI, 𝗟𝗚𝗙𝗘, alleged the students of Kumasi Anglican started attacking KTI with stones and machetes to vandalize their school billboard on Thursday night. I pushed my students to the dormitory to prevent any chaos and went to talk to the students of CAS, but they disobeyed me. In the midst of them was a security person with a catapult, leading them to cause destruction. When I went to the school to speak to the authorities to calm nerves, the CAS students were still throwing stones, which led to retaliation. But a tutor at CAS, Reverend Father Kenneth Collins Owusu, says the clash could not be a fallout from arguments on the ongoing inter-schools athletics competition event in Kumasi. The Ashanti Regional Education Directorate have invited school authorities to find a lasting solution to the problem. Thank you so much for joining us on the morning news update right here on 𝗟𝗏𝗏 Television. For more news, log on to any of our social media platforms. My name is Anita and Afarley. We'll be back with more.
King of mercy, from thy throne on high, look down in love and hear a humble cry. MHB 633, a hymn by Thomas Rawson Bex, another work of the Gsemaine Multimedia. Sing one hymn a day. God bless you. All right, so in the midst of that, now what do you have for us today?
All right, and so definitely we'll bring you all the major headlines of the major newspapers across the country. If you're not able to buy one for yourself, please stay glued to your television set. Okay, fame, Baba Hanyedinina, Ebebremo, Afi, Ebeko Apo Mudin, so, and Afi Insurance Minutes, Ebe Jimre Kakra, Ebe Dani, who you buy the favorite part of the show, that is the 𝗟𝗏𝗘 segment. And so, Ebebro, 𝗟𝗏𝗘 is where we sit with our news analysts. Now, Afi, stories na Makai Eliano. It's me and delve deeper into it. And members now also wait me, they will comment and no contribution abeka ho e de amaye. I also person free and pen now on my TV volume no. Akofom send a baby to me a ding komo. Then we'll take a break, go to the field of play. There are 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗘 Ghana Premier League mo and afinso the football front in general near the nina so ebebro. Ye we are yeah, the betina table kesi enichi ene ye the Bible Society for ene eba ene e Bible week enti na ye bisa question back or afa the Holy Bible when ye bisa say what do you like about the Holy Bible today and ope and I said then and your favorite part of the Holy Bible enti and your friend will be to me any ye din sa common on afi ye share senia and also Ebeko ye we are on for celebrations in by and patch of send your WhatsApp number no na face into me enye sanche ni na emre so a etimi a celebrate that favorite person for you afi yeah the WhatsApp on social media be by nti opese hu nia air trending nia ekoso Facebook nia ekoso or Instagram and afi into the trends on Twitter there. This is the place for you. I won't say yeah the video of the day bebro celebrate to to me as Kakra.
All right, and so we will continue unabated. To our sponsors, Yadamase, say Mubuayen Akweniase Ninaso. Onyankopon go so enhira na mososo a moaye madwense nka munya ya mobeba no mabeso yimu no mososo. We welcome you in the same vein. Now let's greet them.
Okay, and so 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 Insurance Company, if you want to buy an insurance policy where your claims are always rest assured, 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 Insurance Company is the best place for you.
Well, Methodist University, Eguso Efa addition for inti bomodin na ekofa form no na bibia enye kama excellence, morality and service.
MIPO, Methodist Investment and Properties Limited, Opel ginger powder or ginger juice. I feel Opel printed Lacoste t-shirts, or African wedding our stores and our castle, but me be our MIPO for Hobihumu, our Grand House or Adabraka Accra.
All right, so for yenya you could deep na you say yam no me pacho sad ni twamukura because aduane ni bi ho a udia de Ghana Food and Drug Board edwoman omonse sisu no ana oboy afi susu nan sei na EMFO ni nam kurumu ehwe se ubi onu aduane bia na aduane no standard a bibia ye kama no de KFK4 pe ana obetime nya saade nti bomodin pa na eko KFK aso community 25 and afi Accra Ambassadorial Enclave Wesley Towers na kojibi.
We say thank you to Babrella Clothing. Upe ready to wear outfit at Arhin apamdida. Odo ubechone color ope na afi occasional odiko designer ope na afi we deliver edia mao. Oye ni na wi na otuaka dia baby a wo bia ba bedroom. Sembo hu Babrella Clothing ewo Achimota Christian Village Road ne so opposite the Paradise Children's School.
All right, inti se ekoba ne sadia na yeni age se yebema Willis Clothing for so achi omo no mayo madwene se abra e ma ne hwi edi kan na mema na yenim de ebeye no omo ba be so you must say fifia aye come up. All right, really thank you so much. Na ye kotema ne akwakọ no munsu kakra eno no Wesleyan due na afesu so kra na ya pe multi credit for si can be na ye de abobesia kakra na afi ye de akwakoye ebi bobesia de koto sadi no marry bajo wo bobesia fa koye ade pa fa koye business multi credit umbi di akagina mu piptes ye damase pa anope Christian Service University ego so efa adesua for se bibia betimi aye kama ode no ho kwada so na wako akọjo forms na afi wetimi atoaso akọ usuku papa afi se koba ne saade a ene yenchia the new kid on the block, the Freeman Methodist Guest House. Yedamase ensa yedamase ebru yedamase ekuronto onyankopon ka yenyinan ho na enesoso oma show no enye krabehwe.
Amen.
All right, the inti se koba ne saade ene yebedane ho yeba. We are ready to go into the world of the papers and to listen to Madam Anna, Madam, soon to be Mrs. All right, we will be back.
Methodist University College Ghana yenya presidential charter inti efreye Methodist University Ghana enti yenne upe baby pa abbo wabodini enya ngumasuamu nimdie pa dia admission no ekoso postgraduate undergraduate diploma and certificate programs be to say nursing educational assessment and evaluation guidance and counseling psychology economics HRM and management studies marketing and supply chain management communications IT accounting social work port and shipping management and a PhD in education dia order for Methodist University Ghana nanika sema wamune say what's the candidate dia or 30% discount ane 30% discount any Methodist asori menina shoshayen campuses ni bi ewo dansuman tema wenchi national song say your day any evening empo weekend sessions kramponso ewo ho mature entrance exams so ekoso 83 mikasi na admission ekoso enchemu biano for 0558 309059 and acquire website www.mug.edu.gh. MUG, the rich brand. Meth UG. We have the zeal to educate.
KFK Foods is an award-winning world-class restaurant with over 10 years experience in both local and continental dishes. We render services for parties, cafeteria services for schools and hospitals, individuals, corporates and institutions, as well as groups who want to treat their partners to delicious meals and services. We have all local and international dishes including banku with tilapia, fufu with light soup, fried rice with grilled or fried chicken, assorted fried rice, fish with chips, noodles and spaghetti, pizzas, pastries, shawarma, beef and chicken sauces. All kinds of breakfast baskets in Accra. Locate us at the Ambassadorial Enclave on the first floor of the Wesley Towers at 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. from Monday to Saturday. In Tema, locate us at Community 25 Annex, where the event center is located at 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. from Monday to Sunday. For all orders, call us on 0244 637647 or WhatsApp us on 050 33171153. KFK Foods, you deserve it. Do you need quality and professional ministerial attire? Be it cassock, clerical shirts, stoles, preaching gowns, preaching bands, wedding gowns and sanctuary vestments? Then your best destination is a Methodist Investments and Properties Limited, MIPL. Individuals and churches can also contact MIPL for their African wear, both male and female, curtains, church or institutional anniversary clothing, Friday wears, mufflers, diaries, liturgy books, souvenirs, badges, Lacoste and t-shirts, among others. MIPL produces natural fruit juice such as ginger, pineapple, mango, millet, banana, as well as specially prepared ginger powder to boost your daily vitality. MIPL Property Management is also available to both individuals and corporate institutions in managing your property and providing investment solutions. Locate MIPL office at the Grant House inside Adabraka, Accra for your businesses at affordable prices, or call us on 0242 122 787. If you are looking for an office space which is spacious with a car park, 24-hour security, standby generator, then look no further. The Grant House building is up for rent and is located adjacent the Holy Spirit Cathedral, Accra. Call us on 0242 122 787. Welcome back. This is from the papers, and it's all about the major headlines on the various newspapers across the country. We take a look at our first paper, which is the Daily Graphic, and it says teacher trainee allowance to go. Government pledges enhanced student loan scheme. Education Minister hints. The story begins on the front page, continues on page 3. We have a picture of the Education Minister, 𝗟𝗏𝗘 right there. Now, we must collaborate to rid Accra of filth. Greater Accra Regional Minister. The story is on page 13. The heading again says the Africa Continental Free Trade Area to launch transit scheme to Abidjan on Abidjan-Lagos corridor. And 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 owner arrested. The story is on page 11 of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Our next paper for the morning is the Ghanaian Times newspaper, the most authoritative one. It says, at the Ghana Investment Trade Week launch, commit political will to real estate sector. Call construction group chair to government. And NTC Sierra Leone High Commission to collaborate to fight fake news. The story is on page 11. GFA commences investigation into 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 incident. The story is on page 21 of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. If you get a copy of this paper, these are the stories you would find. The Chronicle newspaper, the Spear of the Nation, and it says that appointment of ministers Ita Mosquito allegedly angry with Mahama Council of Elders to meet soon to settle the matter. The stories on pages 2 and 3. Minority protest against suspension of MPs and chaos at the appointment committee sitting. Probe committee begins work, and those who plundered Africa must go beyond symbolic gestures. And the story is also right inside the Chronicle newspaper. You get a copy for yourself. The Daily Dispatch is reporting that vetting chaos, an MP hid under a table and squeezed an MP's balls. He screamed aloud. MP reveals. The story is also on page 2. Now, Quarcoo appointed acting CEO of Financial Intelligence Center. The story is on page 12. Now, my government fully supports Africa Prosperity Dialogues. President Mahama. Do not keep LPG cylinders indoors. NPE cautions public. We have a copy of the Daily Dispatch newspaper. The New Crusading Guide. Tuesday edition says tango over tolling Ghana roads, and Agambari's company African Industrial Solution faces contractual disagreement. And the story begins is on the, pages 3 and 10 of the paper. Now, sovereignty or scheme, the peril and promise of the Sahel's breakaway bloc. And the story is on page 10. Court dismisses allegations against Tanko Kwamega and Salifu. Sinkari commends Kofi Adams, calls for more sports infrastructure. CSOs chase Blakwa over unexplained wealth, and court issues bench warrant for Michael Amududu's arrest. There are all these stories inside the New Crusading Guide. A new publisher newspaper says that 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗘 reveals MP's balls squeezed in Parliament. Well, that is a picture of Alexander 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗘 right there. Now, Bagwin's autocratic style dangerous. NPP on suspended MPs, and Fletcher the right choice to lead VRA. Rented media attacks on Tanko failed to fly, and the stories inside the New Publisher newspaper. We'll take a look at some business stories, and the business analyst is reporting that government planning collateral-free loans for women entrepreneurs, and this is coming from the Trades Minister. And we have a picture of Mrs. Elizabeth 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗘 right there. Inflation hits 23.5% in January. Cost of credit to remain high. Find the story from the front page. Continue on page 3. Nimoy Thompson appointed chairman of PNDC. City continues strong run against the dollar. Fuel prices increased by 2%. All these stories inside the business analyst. Now we end with our last paper, which is also a business paper that is a graphic business, and it says move to halt cocoa smuggling. Cocoa Board prioritizes farmer payments. The story begins on the front page and continues on page 3. We have a picture of the acting managing director, who is Dr. Randy Abbey. Now, pension funds must be diverted divested beyond Ghana, and that is coming from the EcoBank CIO. And inflation drops to 23.5%. Find the story on page 2 of the Graphic Business newspaper. Grab a copy of any of these papers, and these are the stories you would find inside of them. Let's go back to the screens and take a look at our word of the day. So our word is virtuoso, and it means that someone who is very good with music or any other instrument. And so please do pick your phone, go onto any of the platforms and do well to read more about this word and form sentences with them. Thank you so much. We'll be back with 𝗟𝗡𝗡.
Nyansa ejian mpenina no anaye gye mpenina no ti baabi biara mpenifo ahia na yesua adwene no ne ope nyansa no oben wa ode agudie kyira adwene mu agudie ene kofie penu esa adwene nsemu mu odo nsempolo Samwa ye tie bobra ekoyie frase efifrito ne a ope nyansa no omenkwankwa enu ase ne mpani so ayadwene ne be yinhira ama no ene ne nchirima yada mo ase
da impanyini inso ayadwene jemre na hweyen memninde ne memninde bia anopa no wotwe wo 𝗟𝗏𝗘 television so.
Welcome back. This is 𝗟𝗡𝗡 and is brought to you by the 𝗡𝘆𝗃 Institute. Ukokumase na uwo any addiction problem na uko 𝗡𝘆𝗃 wo ho. Umetimi aboa na we you a free mo crab. Ene on 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡 ye kasa afa balanced diet fun enti yenko tie ni a ye nurse no and say health professional no ewo edemaye.
In our everyday life, is banodies, it must have carbohydrates and our proteins, vitamins, fat and oils, and our minerals, and also you should have a good amount of unsuebonomaka. Into yefa yen table yo hade newa. Yefa don't know yen plate. Into yefa HMA being na efa no all right, asanso HMA being. So on my extreme left, ono be fill up with fruit and vegetables. Na half na chim into two. No yebo carbohydrates kakani ya proteins so kakra. That is a balanced diet. That means all the necessary nutrients present in their right proportions to have the right functions in your system is present. In type healthy is bana or chede or the ways bano inya infant jollof rice and chicken. Ewo with jollof rice at the quarter part of ways and wo plate. Maybe I will grilled chicken kakra na aye maybe a sauteed salad and na aye coleslaw.
You do.
Then that's your full plate.
Right.
That is having all the necessary nutrients present. It's like a baby a healthier. Health is some power, but it has to be balanced. Or they make sure that all the nutrients are present in its right proportion, so that will perform the right function in your system. Basically, or they should the right color of iziban. You have vegetables. If a carrot in the carrot, you're orange. If a tomato, so you're red. If a onion abrofuzin and Ghana's in either dobe white and green kakra or yellow and now there or purple violet color no. If a green pepper or a bright green. And you other make sure that it's banner cotton it's the right color. It's bright colors. I know people will say that, oh, Cicia, we have genetically modified foods. People are ingesting things, but that's the thing. And eshe meat na fish na za, it should have the actual color and smell of enamno. In time when I cut off fish, ni baby are you greener. In the enamno say why the akato pano, then the baby are you green and now black and in the darby pano no, it's not healthy for you to consume. And then as much as you share all these measures to take in place when we are looking at inezibano or the accounts there, you can't be an all perfect person with regards to iziban because you don't even know where it's coming from. But it's advisable to consume naturally occurring foods. In tezibana would jiawa assassin on na make it you should be eating those things. It's
That'll be all for 𝗟𝗡𝗙 right here on Wesleyan Television. It was brought to you by the 𝗡𝗚𝗏 Institute located in Kumasi. That's the same Jimre Eshe 𝗟𝗡𝗙. Yadani Yawa by the Insurance Minute Ebertwaso.
𝗡𝗚𝗏 Institute. Ayaresabia Hotonia Sumdia Shehoma. Edia ino wakwanchre. Wakwanchre ni adekodia poten no a epiama otokoso wa abrabomu. Nanso sensanom ni nubone fa basa betwa wa akwan mu a eyi wa adwene firi obotaye no so. Wo 𝗡𝗚𝗏 Institute no yebetumi aboa wo ni wabusuafo a muhia mo anyina ma wogye ayemodea. Ye ayaresabia asebi yebeboa won a wato nsane nubone fa ntentan mu. Ayaresabia ebotaye ne se ebeboa adwuma mu nimdifo asuafo ni nipa ahodo nyina ama watu anamwa edikan a edifa ahodie bebre won mpanimfo a ye ne won di dwuma no bi ne won a wo hwe adwene mu yare afutufo ni adokotafo ni anesefo a wode won ho afiri nsanom ne nubone fansem yatete saa nimdifo yi na wo nimdie ne nneoma pa ebo ayarefo no na de atwam nso ne se ayaresan hyehyeye ni gina abefo nhyehyemu ni USA nhyehyeye a wadidi dwuma no 𝗡𝗏𝗏 ayarehwe ne fie die nyina ayepe yayaresan hyehyeye no gu ahodo na ebi ne medical monitored detox program residential rehabilitation yesan tumi fa ye nananom akwa ahodo so sayare na ebi nso ne group therapy 12-step AAA programs recreational therapy ne nia ekeka ho ayarefo ne da akyehye ase bra odi ne nan besi biaye ho no a 𝗡𝗏𝗏 Institute ya abefo ayaresabia ehwe won a wadosuko won sane nubone famu na ani wiase afana hyehyeye nyina nso yepe adampa hodo a ye wonu bi ne VIP rooms professional rooms standard rooms and air conditioned rooms laundry services ye free ahobambo nsem nso wo sro kama yesan obia ya osua de na eba no aduane sem de a uni hawkra ye na chukwan wo Kumasi kochi e wa santimantem Ghana sawu pentremu bia nso a mepa acho frayan wo 0245849185 ana 0322496188 USA Fonson frayan wo 404-735-7697 abe fonten tansu be hunu yen wo www.𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.marthaedu.org. 𝗡𝗏𝗏 Institute, the Extension Center for Integrative Therapy, home away from home.
Welcome back. This is Insurance Minute here on Westland Television is brought to you by 𝗟𝗏𝗏 Insurance Company. If you are yet to buy an insurance cover on an insurance policy for yourself, then please do all to buy one. It's never too late. You can log on to 𝗟𝗏𝗏 Insurance's website, info@𝗟𝗏𝗏insurance.com, or you can walk into any of their offices nationwide. If you're in Accra, you find them in Osu behind the Presbyterian Church. You can walk into their office, speak to an agent, and get to know more about the insurance policy you intend buying. You can buy the personal accident policy, the home protection policy, marine insurance bonds, contractors or risk policy, among others. And please make sure that when you buy your policies, you pay your premiums on time. That is the sure way for you to get your claims when you want to do so. And so these are some of the informations that we have for you concerning insurance. And so please do well to buy an insurance policy for yourself. Thank you so much for watching Insurance Minute here on Westland Television. It was brought to you by 𝗟𝗏𝗏 Insurance Company. Thank you so much. We'll be back with more. Do stay.
Looking for a 247 virtual assistant who calls you by your name and makes you feel welcomed? Meet 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗿𝗏, the firstborn who connects with you and understands your insurance needs at a click.
This is the time, no more delay. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so excited. This is the time. No more delay. Call a friend to call another that it is time for the young people to connect right here on WTV. Welcome to Y Connect, where we connect youth to Christ. The future is here.
This is the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. It is a luxurious and comfortable guest house in the heart of Kumasi. Our guest house features a range of modern and spacious rooms, each with its private bathroom and amenities. Our guests can enjoy various on-site facilities, including a restaurant, conference halls, event center, spacious car park, CCTV cameras, lifts, generator, and many more. We are conveniently located opposite the Wesley College of Education near the Swami Roundabout in Kumasi and are easily accessible by public transportation. We look forward to welcoming you to the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. Contact us by telephone 050-650-8591 or 050-650-8592, or you can email us at fmghlghana@gmail.com or use our website www.fmghotelghana.com. Freeman Methodist Guest House, where serving you is our delight.
All right, yatenase na isinkonya said ya na Tuesdays that is also for me no shia na yeshia saade na onimu se enchia kese pa ani edikan ehwi egu form ti enchia edikan no ye de bema the Freeman Methodist Guest House omo na so ya senior dwumadie nyina omo hwe se bibia bekoso afi so ana wo hwe nti se yenya ohwefo a anka dwumadie ka yentimi kura enkoso so we also want to be very 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 grateful to you nemum de na akasamu nu kura no a ono ene ba be chiachi amansan ne dom no de ye fre no osofo penyi pakesi Eric, I'm here. Also, over to you. Do your job. Do your job.
Another day, you're bad, not just said.
I tell you, you're Busianchia.
I'm saying now.
I tell you.
No, Sisi, I don't know what I said. The sponsorship member for Minchia. You go so much train. You go so shit. And so far, Adzika, Amicia on super. Amicia and Ebusia for Major Super. Sana, Ecoso, Yadanko Pansi, Aduma or the Adum, Yansenia, Divia, Bahanoma, Yakano, Irade, Adum Bibri, Busum Fufruni, Nayasha, the second in the year 2025. So we are grateful to God, Yadanko Pansi, Intino, Yadanyamia Senona. Ye koso adanase ewo enkwa odi ama ye papa nom ye maame nom a omudi enkan ewo yasafu yi mu the foremost the presiding bishop the most reverend professor Jacob na Samuajedu ene mama Theodora ye chiamopa no peina ye de radin shira so emamu saa so na ye papa kwesi ata entry ene anti akosia so anope so yichiamo pa yesi radin shiramamu the right reverend Dr. William J. Imperi Jechia or yet the administrative bishop of the Methodist Church Ghana also anope yichia yen bishops nyina yichia munyina diocesan bishops any past bishops nyina edemo aka ho preko past bishops nyina because ya na yeti we ni ba say past bishops ne
past bishops so kan ho
the past bishop chairman ye checha mu nyina ye chia ye le chairman for bishop wafo mu nyina covered mo kan ho
and past
na past
say o kape no the past aka be chairman wafo
it is certain lay chairman and the past lay chairman ene mo ho kafo nyina no pay ye chia mo kese pa saa so na secretaries of synod ichiamu mo nansenya induction also sofpeni akom northern akas sofpeni ito Jackson Koforudia ene omo keka ho ni nyina yenje obi awo nyame nshira mu nyina saa so na yichia ya sofo mpenifo nyina yen superfo nyina inti sofo Abraham Tete Academy Town Circuit edincha kese ma pa
super
edincha kese ma pa
alote papo
and your friend Jeep
okay J alote papo
J E alote P
okay
into Jeep
Jeep Jeep society all right
into echa omu nyina na yinchi abundant grace for so Nima
the Nima constituency
sure so I would you
me any of our mama become a better society also for pon say who di nimu no same circuit
na yechi omo no yechi BC and Sunday school for evangelists for yechi
evangelists for say your evangelist supernumerary evangelist menu no mo
Damboche
the great Damboche na go mu nyina ya frafra
enche evangelist ukube queen wo so be evangelist super
ukube queen be ko
enche ya be super nuti no isi a chese
ya be super nuti
ai right juma pa
ana enra na uni ha no caretakers for free te so for mo chia no mo ja caretakers na mo ni mo say Se ansana asofo beba ye na edi esi ho me hwe ndi ba cho chia caretaker
for anope mamu good morning pa yesrese nyame nhyira mu nyina edwuma mu ye ansana asofo aba nyame nhyira mu ye nuanom ne adofo a mo wa amanone a ye ka se diaspora for amohwe ye nshow yi de bia ye chia mo ye nja mu nti ye bompa ye amamo modwuma mo ye ewo amanone Europe Asia bibia wo bia wo hwe yen North America ene ne akeka ho ni nyina erade onhyira mu nyina pa saa so na ye papa nom ne ye maame nom super nom so mo ofie ene le chairman for so omo ayi dwuma omo akwa ahomgie ma omo ofie mu nyina ye bɔ mpa ye mamo ye sire erade enhyira emamo ye betena ha nom se ya ye nim se mo pa titiro na mo tifia mo hwe na mo aye yen coachisa eya na mafre yen nti no ye nja mu nyame onhyira mo pa nti ye maame baako Bishop 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗿𝗏 ne yere ono de tembia no hwe no send message nti mama echawa no pay nyame nhyira pa nyame nhyira obi bia wo hwe yen bibia wo bia ye de rade nchi akese ede mamo
all right so for say kobane sadia na ye hwe efikesie mu den na course na wotwe etwa mu edin so na eda yanim
na wotwe etwa mu de se ne wa wonim no ebusuafo APC na course ewo efikesie mu a che se ye bishop for nyina eba ye annual planning consultation na course a ye hwe strategic plan ne ho ensemani hawa ebetumi akoye nim bishop for ni mpenimfo aka nyina ebaye nti nyame enhyira obia sa na wotwe wei mu nso no yehunu se dwumedie kese a enche esi na wotwe foforo ni mu a eda ye nim pa ene se ye ma emofra ewo yasafo no mu nyina no ye ba be children's week nti no ukwada eye ochina no nyame eye adoma na chese yam papa the presiding bishop ono ankasa ebedi yenim ema yapa 2025 children's week no entoma ewo yankasa conference office hon
alright it is so for the woman say enne director children's ministry beba fidie so na lunch of the children's week no de ho hihye nyina ba beto Methodist for nyina anyway nti stay tuned menko bebia na yenyina yenwo atwenmu na osofo Kenneth Emra na ma address osofo to asoman
yo nti no na chese ebeja ne kese na ama no se oba na aba beto aso amaye ade ba akoso a na wotwi ewiye ewo ho no mu a yenyina ye de mpaebo tai yem papa the immediate past presiding bishop the most reverend Dr. Paul Kobnabwafo oni nebusu nyina ye de mpaebo tai winchi as we all weekend, yes try to journey to Asankreba say yekuja yem papa
ebi kresim that they be some more coach na wo be call that way
ebia for security reasons for security reasons
for security reasons no security to us here for security
reasons no yame aduma ye nyina nyame encha de by ifiada de na ye nyina yedu ewo Asankreba
na make us Asankreba akwan so enyansa nketo 2 days journey
into no say usimu earlier into nim say do na if you ochina eko no Wednesday do na we chiri enkan hanom ne ade
and bebre no should try and mobilize a bus no be unpacking it so people can go together but because we call na the risk no so also people can
into no say in groups no eboa economy economy of skill banisa na yenyina we put the resources together eboapa but say bia obi dwumedi bi nti bia ye bibi fufuro na say we dey kind that but dodo na put the resources together and then we can travel to go and support commiserate with yankasa papa 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗘 for in the passing of ne maame no bra ne maame Auntie Agata oba penin Agata waka bibi yenyina yeko na yekugya won fefefe ifiada we kwisiada no mbeye enase somo no ni nyina yebekọ so wo Immaculate Conception ewo 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗘 Catholic Church nti yekọ ho no akwakoboa won irade onka ye ho no unshira ye nyina.
All right, yo so for ansana yebeto aso no yewo announcement bi a yedi twem we dey announcement na face so kra no esan so esan ye presenter mention ti obi antwere nkankan mabunu a mo hwen ena no pay and those who will be watching us on your YouTube channel or your Facebook channel ni nyina go to. Now it is that time of the year when love takes the center stage. Yes, the month of love is here with us and we've got you covered. Now join the Y Connect team on the 8th of February 2025 if you are a couple, on the 15th of February 2025 if you are single. Now join the Y Connect team on the 8th of February if you are a couple, and on 15th of February 2025 if you are single. Now come to the premises of the Wesleyan Television at the Grand House located in between the Delta Capital and the Holy Spirit Cathedral at Dabraka from 1:30 as we brainstorm on marriage issues and matters at the heart of many single couples. Now there will be lot to drink and lot to talk about. The rate is a cool 100 Ghana cedi for couple on the 8th and 50 Ghana cedi for singles on the 15th of February. Now don't miss out. It is gonna be fun and lovely. Now for further information, call us on 0243-160-911-0264-820-227. It is love in the air. All right, Tina Ashefo, the ear patchem so odo ana shita emframomu nyina epie ne koba ne hwehwe wo bi ni nyina ne se eye Y Connect emabunu omwo eye Methodist asafo mu a bibini de bi omoba eye television so eba be di dwuma kama ye friend Y Connect omo ana oma ye oma dwene se bosumi die eni odo no ampaye bedwa enkan na ne ye fall in love ni see ya system see ye gina love no mu ankasa no omo say eye the 8th of February die omo hwe se eye womo ya waafo omo krom ye omo adwene se omo nyaa ya omo betimi aware obi ne fiancé ne fiancé mo betimi aba na mo no ye gye mo 100 Ghana pe na afi so no eye the 15th of February de ene eye single but searching for no we ni ambresa won sabeto bi so no me pa atwa bra eye WTV premises eno Grand House ana obetimi hu wo awunya nya ekunu wo awunya nya yire me pa atwa me that day ubenya kunu that day ubenya yire wo wabọ mpa ya twen rade animu ache for a very 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 long time. On the 15th of February all routes leads to the Grand House. Aha, na mo beba na so for Adzika Mijina gate na me ma direction say obia embrem. You don't want to miss this. It is love in the air. So
so the okay say oba ubenye video
You be to work.
And then I just obey marching.
I'm telling you. Into Bapa. Now, one me as one to say, "Oh no, shed any be."
Into no budget specs and I say,
"It's all bad." Now, to me, Gina Gate. Into Ba now they are to her. Say, "Me am don't pay our bono." O say, "Radin your."
And say, "Beer or specification." Into no budget.
Bema Sakura man. Why?
About you say white.
Mr. Munina. Mr. Munina. Or no, you're taking. And all spec, now you're taking to pay for. And that's our home virtual part. It's the empire, maybe as of so, but we are inviting you as a special guest.
Sure.
Before.
Sure.
Now, only mama. Sure. Now, Mumra, now, also, so Mumba Chiramo Bobre.
Sure.
All right, so we take yen to us. Now, yen share the air coso. Ewo, Ghana. Now, your cassette. So for your coso, dear. Na wa wonim say no government ana wa ye na dwene say no stadia over tighten ni nyina no owura Kofi Adamsa sambre ya na yafa no so soafo a wa ye na dwene say ehurukasa mu eduru ba bi ekoso ewo stadia na nya asem papa especially na wotwe wie ya de ekoso kotoko fan very popular kotoko fan pa ya won a second multiple times. So for this is not good for Ghana football.
So for it's not good at all. So we share in a course or in my stadium honoma. Na chese enye kra. Now this is not the first time. Atoyenchem ewo yen football mu anase sports mu. You say in times past say yen kai kra as I say May 9th it always will remind us say we should move away from anything that will bring mayhem and I say de oyini ebeba agokansi ayesi e agopramaso ewo emiamia bebre ni nyina say yebo modern say yebeye no krogin a che say obi enkohwere ne nkwa eni say obi efi ne fie say me ko akọ support me team a edama akoma ho say ne team ni ti bia obi efifie say akọ support a eni say nipa no ekọ na okopra ana say okọ na okohwere ne nkwa enye hwe wo hwe ewiase mu nyina hu say sport eye bibia enipa etumi ede relieve stress how be about so ana say where you dwuma wa bre no okotena stadium na ye ni nyina eboa nti ni nyina ebe classify ni say recreational activities obi wo hono ma ne hobby ene say obeko stadium na wakọ omo tu mirika obi be wakọhwe emponko
mi say mi ta kopa
nti no eya se bi omma ya mfo se bia omo kọ stadium ni nyina eye nkofo bia se bia onni bibia ye bi na okọ but eye nkofo hobby eye recreational activity a nkofo presse obeye na wo be fifie se ebia me kọ na makọ akọji meni kakra ewe hono ma na se me ko relieve stress me ko support me team a edama akoma ho na obekọ akọduru hono no na afide akwa ese nipa na ekwa akopra ana se nipa na ekwa akohwere ne nkwa ende enye kra na wo hwe some of the various stadia ya ye ka ho asemi eye memetumi akase they are not fit for purpose because as I say stadium bia no wunya inner perimeter no as I say you to me fencing here you cannot easily just run into it so nti no eba ne sen na obinom ewo stadium ye bo match na say we ya obi cry to me free stands ni mu
right in a perimeter
just like that and na security for no so ewo he nti ye ka say ye ba be tighten security a asempa na mum various stadia na across the nation obia Ghana Premier League owom Division 1 ne ekika ho no owom no ss ye ball na ye make sure say bibia players need na ye ball no at least ya fancy way when people are coming into the stadium do we do proper checks on them to make sure that they cannot bring in weapons. Because you say in this reportage here, you from the various journalists, say ebinum etumi ede enkrante eba stadium. Na stadium bia so for me bawo. Stadium bia yes ehɔ de obi efinefu mu a otumi kra twam ewo park ne side ho na okuta de krante na ordinary park ne nchen na nkrofo yi bobo na ode krante no kra hey go they be any say ba ne sa it should be protected yembo yen footballers no ene ombo omkohwe ni nyina yembo ho ban.
Okay, also for the na me pese me draw your attention to ni say say the media I'm very familiar with going to the stadium to watch them, especially in Accra. There's no day Accra House of Oak will play. My point sorry said day. Now me cause so me a popular stand. I either will sit at the Usu part of the popular stand or the Accra independent side of it. Now sometimes some of the things that are discussed around you have no idea. Now the CE particularly between Ashanti Kotoko Ninso Atremai, unim say akwakoye a sort of an Ashanti enclave and a bono doma, you know, kind of. Now that tension here warm on them all the while. See, for some time in between the caucus of the Asante Hine and the caucus of the Doma Hine, and young boys and girls now for Ejina said they are going to no and they be say and the undertones in any time Kotoko is going to that part of town, a month for Eddie show with him the Muba ye the basi and ye shamodia ye besham yan shamodia any basi. And so the minister is asking say any se Kotoko ko biana or better I think but I think say it shouldn't only be for Kotoko but to all and sundry all ministers, you know. But let yenti minister na yenhwe de na minister person.
You cannot have patience for such an act, especially when we've had quite a serious incident in the past. A repeat of any kind of assault should be condemned, and not at the time we are trying to bring back the love that we want Ghanaians to have for our sports. Acts such as this sends us way back, and we must not accept it. This is very condemnable. It must not be tolerated, and we must not in any way find any excuse whatsoever for what happened yesterday. No excuse whatsoever. Is for the police to investigate the criminal aspect, because these must have a criminal angle. This is not simply a game between two clubs that have resulted in this. There's a criminal part, and government will follow through to its logical conclusion. It doesn't matter who is involved. It will not matter who is involved. If you are found guilty that you instigated, you participated, the appropriate actions will be taken by government, because we are not going to tolerate any such act. This government.
All right, Auntie Ora Kofi Adams, or Sports and Recreational Minister, no, and or Kase. And we are say a young mongo a bisas na a dear crana ye kanya. Nina said now watching ye na a can see I go can see be a course so a wound so a treman a nine so a treman FC omone Asante Kotoko kuma pema pembeba 4 na can see no na mentemi ho asibi oyoni bi si ye chobo bi esi ya abrantie baako a na nimfoni edaso no ono okwabrani bi awo no sekan a wato anananom wonse de no anana no pe ye ka ho asema akoya rehosem ama Kotoko busua Asante Kotoko busua nyina a ye nyina yedi ho abobo sofo
nti wo say abrantie a wahwe ne nkwen say ye ma ebusua nyina yakọ ye ma Kotoko so team no ye mamu yakọ na mum nya ye kan say na minister e kan ye no it should be it should be condemned. And a criminal element in a woman. So for now, historical will be any tension be between ethnicity and as a tribal will be near there. But no should not come in say criminal activity be akoswa. You want to use that to set it aside. No. And I don't say that is what you meant.
Okay.
Oh, Pache say no if we tensions no amano ababedru sawi. I don't even want to look at no crampo no. Near etene say adentina other teams are complaining say they in the Premier League no omoko sa particular stadium honom na eya na entokwa ewo hodom adenti it's becoming one too many because omoko baby a fine but adenti na say yekọ honom a esi one even when they were in first division or second division crampo no yet say bibisa ekọ so Enti the Ghana Football Association no say some mo ni ko hono no mo hwe senti as ade ni ko so and you see say sa na ete dia football no enye bibia ye na fi ye dia mankofo ahwere won kwa no say na me di kan no ye de ko akwakoji ye ni ye de ko ama yetumi relieve stress ye de ko ama oman ni kwampo economic activity kwampo etumi akoso sisi a nkofo a eton nsuo eton ice cream ne na sefo ewo stadium when people are afraid say nipa enim say meko stadium na mehwere menkwa say meko manko so a
onya na no
nya oton nsuo na ode aye ne budget say meba na sofo Adzika eba obeto ice water ba ko obeto
balango hausa for so ni balango enam na yitwitwa itu beba na se majimi kuli ha na so for mit stadium obeka se kra se ni Yesu kra
so
ni nyina onu say strategy
no say customer be lose the way say if you feel threatened
okay
say
even the GFA has banned the fact that there wouldn't be any play in the meantime but so for me wa yenko ni yenko tie un say obi wu a na eyeputupura sometimes the extent of denial no one sha sebe etimi kura efa wutirim especially say onipa no oyi obi a oben and so the wife of the deceased supporter of Asante Kotoko who is reportedly stabbed this is the trauma that the lady is going through.
Gift.
Kafrawati. No, me jidi say menene 3 days only uru akasa yansa na woko.
Menene na da sorry. Okram. Ide. Mi twe mi kun. Me chama semunina menyame. Misi me twe mi kuno mitia. Mi twe mi kunu wakra me anopa. Mi kunu wakra me. Kani tu mi kunu kra me. Wakodru ya mi kunu fla me. Wakache mi so hema misi yes. Wakache mi se mani ulem. Misi mo be ulem. Mate. 3 o'clock mi kunu bu na menti se mi kunu. Jesus. Jesus. Rade wo me mo ba wate. Rade wo me mo ba. Ijo nya kopo me mo ba. Ebe
Ajefo enti nia ni die frimu nia de atonani de ogidi se ne dofo bi odupon kese bi e wona brabo mu etuto no ana esu nani nyina soso etutu egu ne nsayam esan se ni kunu ko ye kra no san frɛ kra se madu ohema also gusu train because of this is a clear case of trauma and
exactly
a clear case of trauma and
exactly.
See sometimes mon central for ya na mososo mo ya
also for then I will do one side point
also for mon central for do baby so mo apply the ethics of the game
I say my no so for then I will say mo
central for me method is of me method is of
yes you see I be na mo kola
but also let's take a quick
Debbie now can ethical
side. You want to make a comment about?
So
what I'm saying is that at this time of trauma, you don't go and put a microphone on the woman to talk. This is clear. Who said they talk to crazy?
So
what are you eliciting?
Say Sabri counseling mum and yet say mube showcase no media anyway. But sometimes no say we say media for no sensationalism no anyway and no na that is what sells. It sells more. It's not or focus on a hodom na odinya more years and I say nkrofo mo ahwe sa eno antia but I say o kasa che nkrofo no mu say no me to me aye.
All right, so the good news is that the Ghana Police Service has issued a stern letter. Now the Ghana Police arrest 3 suspects over violent disturbance during football match between 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗏 and 𝗏𝘆𝗍𝗏𝗏. Now, the Ghana Police Service has arrested 3 individuals in connection with the violent disturbances that occurred yesterday, 2nd February 2025, during a football match between 𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗏 and 𝗏𝘆𝗍𝗏𝗏 at 𝗟𝗓𝗏 in the Bono region, resulting in the death of 1 person. Now, the suspects are Ignatius Bafwewa, Ajima Dua Owusu, and Chireme Joseph. All 3 suspects are currently in the police custody. Well, so this is what the Ghana Police Service is telling us. This is a letter written and signed by Grace Ansa Akrofi, Assistant Commissioner of Police and Director Public Affairs. Omo pachre say eye oyune ya yede atomanimu yi omo etimi ede osia yo kra ma enipa miensa de yensa aka omo sei omo wo aban ko a ye hwe say betoto omo ano na ekwan ye fa so a abrantie otimi epie free stadium okoko gina gate a wo pie a obi call ye ede sekan ewo no nya ba ko nya mienu the oboni for no multiple times no omo hwe na omo ye mu nhwehwe mu minim se Ghana police fufu de ora dampare obedi ni nkrofo anim ama omo etimi di bibia atoye sofo
enti se yeda sister Grace ase sister ACP minim ni pa
oh okay
enti no
onye Methodist ni o you very competent you didn't baba Methodist church
it's public affairs
okay public affairs very well
and also pa na yeda na se ewo dwumedie police for edi na ye pese in record time omo modern na whoever committed this abominable dastardly act we omo nso ni mu na fi ye hu se nipa ni ye hu se omo nya suspect but ye pese ye hu nipa odi sa nya mansam we no ye would same we nipa odi e no say within a short time omo fa no ko gina asem di bia na fi kwedu a de bebo no ye mfa mbo no na nipa nyina hu se wokọ na wokọ ye bibi sa ensa ebeso wo hu na enye lesson se anya lesson a obe se obi su nim se oh ade no krampo obentin ye ofa ne hu die nti ono so na ono so kwa akoye bi it shouldn't be the case nti no ya da omo ase eni edwuma pa omo asha ase they should follow it through to the end
all right so for ye nto aso na ye say wan na okase obe di ofasi echi no do awodo no a sebe ikro esi ni neti no ofa incident to me let's move on. Well, there is also an issue of the MPP who are lamenting over the so-called autocratic posture of the Speaker of Parliament. People are also lamenting all the fact that the CNA na ye TV echi timamufo ehun say ye MP4 na anyi people are not talking about it. Onemum, they are talking about the fact that Speaker has unanimously issued a decree which in their opinion is illegal. So that is a tussle like you summaries.
Yo. Say utie embrenim for any omunimidi ewo mranim a omo asase echechim na mom ne beka ne say ne siye na ye atwema mentwe ntokwa na na ewo committee of appointment ho ewo parliament no na nya adepa we must all say that it wasn't right because say if you kese mu sa ehonum na ye chichire emra ni nyina edeba aye nyina yeti say ye hope in democracy ehonum na chese ewo so mo betumi aye checks ewo both the executive and judiciary so na say enyoma bi sa etumi esi wo honum we cannot build consensus ewo honum now it has to degenerate into fisticuffs ewo honum dia. It is a no-no.
On camera.
It's a no-no.
Okay.
Even if it was off camera, it's a no-no.
Okay.
There should be the deliberate attempt to always to agree. Meaning say accept na no na
also for we count.
Since
it appears say for the 8th and 9th parliament, you know. Ubi akwa woye na adwene se ye be kyerɛw osososo ye be kyerɛw enti afanu ni nyina wo ho na akwa se kyerɛ me na me nkyerɛw but minority leader kasa se sei edin fofora mate se ye de amano ne ye osahene enti yengogoti osahene afenyo marking the all can afa the right honorable ayeno.
We are aware that the NDC majority itself has disrespected or disregarded Mr. Speaker's orders. In fact, on the day, one of his consequential orders was to the effect that the selection committee must meet immediately and reconstitute the appointment committee. The NDC majority caucus decided to proceed with the vetting without any due regard. Well, on our part, we believe that though we disagree with Mr. Speaker, out of deference to him, we must still engage him. And we would engage him. In fact, we started this engagement over the weekend. The majority leader and my good self had extensive discussions. He elected to reach out to Mr. Speaker and get back to me. I tried to reach out to Mr. Speaker. I wasn't successful. Throughout the weekend, the majority leader and I were in touch, and the feedback from him was that he hadn't been successful in getting to Speaker. Today is Monday. We believe that Mr. Speaker will be in the office. We believe that we'll be able to see him and take our discussions further. Meanwhile,
all right, inti mpenifo ya yato aba ama omo se omunko enkonko hihye mbre ye omo na sisi mbre ye de ahye omo so na me de mi bisa who even determines whether somebody is good or bad. Inti can I say my good self or so for Adzika
Enter no the expression.
Expression inti mitimika.
Yeah.
So me kura my good self.
Yeah.
Reverend.
Yes. It's an expression.
Okay.
All right. And the one for good na nka ho esa wa.
Okay. But we read meaning into everything. We are looking at the posture. And yet we minority leader na say. So majority leaders also ban was so bad because it's a posture be ye near word no. I mean to the point of calling micro minority.
Also for me to me I can say we share the current majority leader here Honorable Mama Ayariga.
Oh you calm kakra.
Who say he is building consensus.
Okay.
Na who say we kwampo minority leader and so I can say the majority leader has open channels building consensus. But send na walk no em say hitherto no na quiet to say ye di bibi e free past e de aba
show them pepe
nti no obia aye tintintinti bi obia ejina one side that ye twe so now so we there as I say ye ma cool heads e prevail na make earlier ya ti say mranim fo ni bi ka say 2 weeks suspension no enye emrakwan because it should have been almost say 3 days 4 days anyway be a progressive way be on into enye outright 2 weeks be omo ankasa de omo standing orders in anyway no aba a chire mu sa nanso edia na bibi nti na ama speaker so oh yes sir, because it's becoming one too many. Say if you can see a nyina ye hwe omo sa no na fi akwakọ say bibi ni a na some instead say ye dia no say okay we use word be o say physical. Yeah, fisticuffs instead of we. O say eno no ye PR for bro. English. English and PR for bro. All right, then on the other side of the majority, the committee chair of the appointment committee, Ura here for is also accusing Ura Penyo for how he also altered some words, especially accusing the deputy clerk of parliament. Let's go listen to him.
Satisfied with the channels are there for you to follow, but not to behave in the full glare of the camera like what he did. Is rather unfortunate. Parliament has a clerk of parliament, and committees has a clerk. Yes. The committee's clerk work under the main clerk of parliament. So if there is something that you are dissatisfied with the performance of a clerk, or you conceived an idea, perceived a clerk to be partisan, or clerk of committee to be partisan, it accords with common sense and reason that you pick it up with the main clerk of the committee, but not to stand in front of cameras and use those words against her. She is a mother, and she has been in this house for 19 good years. She doesn't deserve that. It is uncalled for. So I expect my learned friend, the minority leader, to be apologizing to this particular clerk. You want Afarley to apologize to the clerk? Rather than going around to defend this unfortunate incident. He says in some instances.
All right, and so these are accusations and counter accusations. This is Mr. Bernard here for explaining what the Honorable Afenyo Markin said during the sitting of vetting to the clerk of the committee. All right, so we want to acknowledge the fact that say TV3 and inseti yenga different yenga adwuma na ye binkum dware difa na nifa so dware binkum. So continue from your physical public affairs.
You know, say enoma bi base ya senya there is a procedure ache say ye defa so a ye betumi enya redress nti sa asem bia ba senya ekwanya obefa so a obeka asem no ye betumi aka ne yie na afi asomdwe aba no ewo ho nti no ikuo biemu edwuma biemu no omo aye lay down procedure ewo ho dada nti no de chairman of the appointment committee can say ebia minority leader feel say mami clerk no ne dwuma oye no wanye ne kwan so a na procedure wo ho na momunya say bia obehuri ekogina public way gallery anase way so na waka no se ne oka no it's fine na omo kasa no minority for ne kasa no omo kan bibi say speaker can say there should be a reconstitution of the committee, you know. Nanka omo de omo nim say it means say I had to say ye dissolve ye mfa adwuma no en say ye dissolve mpo ba ye mfa adwuma no ento ho na fi suspend ye suspend na fi ye nsan embobo ya no ansana ya toaso but ankoba ne sa I say majority feel say minority for epese wo ye impediment ema won wo to won chalk ewo edwuma wo pese wo ye say wo approve ministers quickly no and na minority so feel say due diligence is not being done So, the two of them, two sides, must come to a compromise. The right thing must be done because Ghana for air kasa.
Yeah.
Ministers are passive one. I to say wholesale. Parliament. Parliament. Asema nanko for air can say. Parliament, majority we know they should do their work well. They should be seen to be doing the work and actually do it well. Now, to say wholesale rubber stamp be I answer not say our government must say legislature no will hold the executive accountable. No, na say ankobanesa pe na say the right thing should be done. The right questions should be asked. Not unnecessary questions, but the right questions which will elicit the right information that Ghanaians are looking for. Obi Babeye minister or ye did you make ye Babe Shenensa intino iduma no be to me professionally, technically, obi to me is the person also credible? Say nipa na nkasa na oba no ne ho asem bia na ne ho ni asem bi ni nyina na esese ye bise mu na Ghana for ye ho na minority kase nka 2 weeks a ye de be publish ema nipa no ye de nkofo de memoranda aba concerning nipa na ye de na ebe gina won say omampani yi ne say onkoye minister no ye wave said ye be ye bitumi aye neoma intem na say te saade a ene na say ye tu ye boase na ye tumi ebise bisa nipa no ensem ye investigation nyina say anya ne sa in the future no once a nipa ne te so a sa ensem ne ye mbisa no obi etumi kofa asem na wo bebi na odi aba be bo nipa no na fi ni nyina no is not the best.
Also for one of such incident Madam Linda Oklu the newly sworn in Greater Accra Regional Minister, minority leader Edibe Tuja Somokrano Yabomano someone share them say bisanu question. Then baby Omokrano go man in your work 3 times say majority say onya do wait me understand the rigor of what is going to go through. Well, a minority and team from Anita be another artisan. And when Ubia sebe onshada no unye free ebeka se uye bibia na umpesa obejedi in that but she has said that she wants to make sanitation and security a top priority. Ewo Accra. They be Accra omoba omo treke and some be sanitary. So for just a comment and I can
say yeah water. Yeah no ni water. Enti so for me who say during the vetting no anche na ohun say na minority for air cancer. They do background checks, which is supposed to be the case. Exactly. And now, say, "Ye bold, send them the can. Ye bold, see a mine and now, for Eddie memoranda ba. Vincent Adzika obey. Edano oje osofa mi eska na eska na oje enu wan san fa nko ana se ni ese so de koye no wan fa nko anko ye
me dey consider onogokpo
exactly so intinu ni nyina no ese se ehwehwem and then it's coming to with credibility but dia Vincent Adzika de ye nim no WTV na enim no ye nim no say oye method dey suffer preach ye
ye obeko multi credit
onye sa na case close so no so na bia ye nim mpo mami ye nim mpo background ni no wo ba Bianca, we are satisfied. Why should we go into it and then go and worry ourselves?
Not just a soft for me, Sister Linda, what she actually said when it comes to the top priority areas of personal demand security and sanitation. Over to you, Linda.
Earlier that we are going to enforce the law, so we are going to use the task force of the MMDAs and the security services to do that.
Will you sustain this?
Oh,
We've seen in previous occasions they do it once, twice, and they come back.
We'll sustain it, my dear. We'll sustain it.
Honorable, Accra is the most polluted city.
The question is about floods issues every year in Accra. How are you going to address that?
Thank you so much. The last time I granted an interview, I said there's an ongoing project we started in 2019 called 𝗟𝗓𝗙. this project is to work on the drainage around the Odo Basin. So I'm trusting that when we liaise with the stakeholders involved to fast track this project, I believe it will resolve the issue of flooding. Again, like I said, the inappropriate practices, and that one is the assembly, the the DCs are supposed to ensure, because before someone can build, I mean, the person will come for permit. Why do you give permit without even giving guidelines to that person? So we are going to ensure that before they even give the permit, let's see where the person bought the land, whether it's convenient or it's not convenient for the person to build. So these are some of the things we are going to check. And like I said, I'm going to work together with the MMDAs to make sure that all these things are resolved. If we are able to do this, my dear, trust me, flooding issues within the Greater Accra, even Ghana as a whole, will reduce.
Which means the Odo is top of your agenda to get it done.
Yes, it's
any timeline?
Oh, not really. In fact, I just assumed office, so I have to work things out before ship of the Agbogboshi. So they are still in consultation. Whatever it is, we'll update the media.
Do you have any timelines for your plan to fix all street lights, as you mentioned?
Oh yes, in fact, within 50 days in office, all these things should be fixed.
Within
50 days in office.
All the street lights?
Yes, not even all, but we'll make sure that majority, at least 70% of it, should be, yes.
All right, so in 50 days in office, no, who says someone, Mamia Kenya, man, Pacho.
50 days.
Regional Coordinating Council. Yanko, who dear Coso. Now, I'm for never say now, bro. For now, we gonna.
Yes. I know a man who say yes. Yaba. Na, you man, they say yes, no. Yaba, into the bro for never say no. Say yes. Yes, you man say. You bomb payama.
Linda Clue.
Yes, let's say. Yes, let's say. Bibi abeko ye na crowd there. Ifino a hard
yeah,
and I feel so send your kind security.
Yeah,
it be no echo that rampa. We need a see, sir, not the action because now say security never cost one in Kanya, ne Ukruma, Edunduno. So for my infant can say, Mammy, my police for no, and she said, Omo 822 and Kanya no a part. A day cost of Mudukoya Lumu. Sanko for na so we want for need to form. Wọ́n say ye various drainage way no. Metal na culvert ye de kata so no.
Etutu.
No, nye say etutu. Omu ria. Oh, inti sanko for no omo police for ye security cameras e wo kromi. Ebi omo nti
na cameras na ye adwuma dey say conduct to an audit here say cameras but also for ye phone lines no. Dat no interview bi na meeting a check akra na Quarcoo Sam ye nyina enim Quarcoo na ye ni interview na osida bi obeka brofo na say anana then and to start any you gonna say nana na dey you gonna ado say I nan say nana no abosom kro mo ka brofo enje ne wo obefri bia no obeka brofo into you gonna
so for Adzika dey assemble ba
yeah the brofo and we go bia no you gonna. All right, so let's open the phone lines na yenin komo 0256253461 05383500625 mesre kase bia obeso kan bia obetimi aka but obrofo ba so dia you gonna no obetimi de mienu ene miense bia fra ni nyina nkamfu ano ne yeni enkomo bebre eye ora Kofi Adams awodi ababetu dwa say be tighten securities when it comes to Asante Kotoko and some other football clubs or moko stadia hodwa yaka say minority for say ora bagwen ni tumi a ogina so edema aswafo. Okay, ma menko na menko tie first person obetimi de brofo egu form amame. Philo, good morning.
Good morning, Papa.
Yes, call.
Papa, how are you?
I'm fine.
Papa, so what you were missing? Papa, I'm going to tell you.
Now, how are you?
Papa, I'm asɔfo fo mpanimfoɔ nyinaa ne me wɔhyɛ ɛne me girls fellowship maya mmienu me past secretary president secretary Emmanuela Ojinawa ɛna minka mi treasure Dorothy Boachinyako papa no pe me ra ho pa brantie fɛfɛɛfɛ kama yakunu ɛyɛ me ya pa brantie no yɛ me sɛ ɛma busua nyinaa yɛ akɔ na yɛ sɛmpanifo asɛ mo famila no ɛnyɛ adwuma na yɛnyɛ yɛ agyen sɛ wɔwu awie nti ebɛgye mu kɔ akɔba kunani yɛma ne yɛ akɔ papa ne ɛtɔ so bie sɛ mete maame ne borɔfo no a ɔte 50 days street light adum wɔ kurom nyinaa ɔbɛyɛ mu wɔagye me kura 50 days 70%. Papa 50 days na ɛtate da bɛn ɛna miribi dɛ sɛ
ebi anra or say no no shots if your office inti from the first day of the assumption of office no or shots.
And papa mbete sa mo ba gu wo de bia meyi ba ko afi. De bia meyi ba ko afi ma ko 15. Okay. Na me bi say ayan climb ko na kuma se ka.
Oh ayan climb no ye osoafo a wo hwe nkran mantem ha.
Anti kuma se nka ho.
Eno di agye mu ko bisa mo osoafo.
Papa ma no ko mo bi mra bi.
All right, Hannah, good morning. Hello, Hannah.
Hello, Pancha, good morning.
Yo, me pacho yetie o.
Pancha na mo yede.
Ye hu ye pa.
O le no ibia na mo ka ibi about that boys na enam na omo sasa ne ama. Omo tututu na dia no.
Omo tututu na dia wo kwan mu no. Okay.
Madina. No, Madina around her. We junction around her. Nyame ho ni say house numbers na. Omo dia boy dan ho. Omo tutu. E na sa boys na ma say the o pipe wa bontia. Nya omo dia oyibi no. Ube hu say of course na ni wo if you do crazy around her. We junction crazy around her. Na in omo de pipe to be babontia. Yehu ya na pipe na tu. And I had times when so almost said that now I saw my bread. I saw my baby. Then I know the money around me. It's pipe in two, almost need to try. And then show me boo that give you a hop. That give you walk. I don't know who you thinking. And then almost house number no more. It is uncle for a deal. I was so more a call.
All right. Yate da sepa ye be ma aposifo aswante na za strategy dey
house number so aye dey abom fie nim
ni tutu ni nyina alomi
mu wi am say aban
it's not
aban aye dey
it's not the best evangelist Ntwebosi ako preach the word.
Hello, Papa.
Also for lower volume no cra. So okay. All right. Sami Okasefi Asamankese.
Good morning, Papa.
Morning.
I'm gonna speak English.
Yeah. Over for that for why are they? To us. Hello. Sami to us.
Yo. Papa, where do Michia Christopher of mine?
All right.
Now, with the Michia also come past presiding bishop. Now, I commiserate with him for the loss of his mom. Them tell the kind say, so I try my neck of match in the AC now. Airtime. And Casanova say, Ghana Premier League Nangasano, now I'm saying, Kura supporting at the cost to Democratic saying, Nasa and same way to ACC. The best way said, Ankaji to the one who mentioned me and who wants some in Namono. A man face him, Brano. Not least, I'm saying, Okopa Cranel and why empty. Now saying, I need by Asha as a quack, I can't be here. And we remember. Into a chamber, me class be question no hwɛ na me de bɛka kyerɛ me. Into we de ɛmfa mbra kwan mu. Yɛhwɛ na saa ne mabɔ ne nyinaa twintwa. Afei nso na nye si wa parliament in fact ɛyɛ ne mugu ase ma ɔman na kasa. Na among they are even about the homeless knowledge. We say speak an atumbra and entumbra. You say man be and the year. Okay. Na omano enye na nyonyam e wo wi asa pe na me dem nyina ma say. All right, yes so yeah that say. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Minya empom te send akuma for mo hoye de. Yo, yetio. Yo, me ka ya fa. Ni ma me na obehwe enkaso ne. Wo mo pere what the bo say after you ama enkra ati aya wan ije na pe. Na emo yero me tin kan no. Je na je bia ba ikwato. Pero no ya mo amina ni enye. Ye da ya to aba ye no. Ya ga wo se ye ka to aba ma ye yo. Ne ya to se yo. Ya ga se yo a ye ma na ka ye e tuma. So ya to aba se ye be da no. Ye ka se ka se yo fe. Ana ke bi ya no se ya ne abi e je ma ye. Because ne ma ye to aba ma ke bi. Ele wo fi e ke se abanda na o be de be o be bra. All right, yeah, that's it. Yanko Matthew Hona, Matthew Preparatory Minecraft. Matthew.
Yes, Abani, guiding you.
Yeah, this you.
I don't mean
Oh, Matthew, Olai no, Mpacho say.
Atimu na me ko ka se abi ya omo yemo ababoy no fe ti be na mo kan se ma se be ayi mo ti so ba ababoy na yan so ti e fi any station en so aso le ma no yan so ti futu e di film ya da mo ase.
All right, yes so ye da wase pa nti em se so for the debesi ha na wa preparation nanka ye wo KTI ne cars assembly ankwala no
nyoma bi omo ye
seriously
enye ohun sa hooliganism ya eno na EP ewo national scale ya ye hu bi ewo sports stadium ne ade ohun
enra ba kwa Accra academy de obi atamosekan
ode nkrante pa no na se nyame mfa sa ma dane kakra bi pe we plan we ma ne di dem
we plan no kra
nti sa suban we se ya ncheke
no na be member of parliament
nipa ne di nia odinia wo hwa
eno no otimi sorry say na mo amanfa title ma metwetwa muti
ene osofo ni abere osofo na say ho na yi
esu de ban na mo
ho na say yi ni free
ho kra super na say bishop no ye ne ho adwuma
na ese ye bompa ye na afi so no ye nya kasa kire sankofo yi young people any idea ye process no right from the word go na say you to me reforming your man you be to me ama nipa ati won ho say there are certain things that you cannot do na fi enkoba na say nipa ni be nyi ewie no na deviant behavior bi na wakwa gine mu a ode ebo ne bra we na na enye yi ye pese ye bisa say ye pese ye bisa say inti se nyoma ya ekoso ewo man mu impinimfa wodi enimu a ɛsɛ wɔboa yɛn no sɛ kɔba ne sɛ mpanimfoɔ nankasa ntumi nhwɛ nneɛma bi yie wɔ mo akakye a bu sɛ ɛyɛ den sɛ betumi a trickle down nti right from mmɔfra ekosi mpanimfoɔ so no ɛsɛ sɛ yɛbɔ mmɔden na yɛtumi ɛtenetene ne nyinaa na anɔpɛ yi enua sɔfo baako sɔfo ashon minua baako na ɔka sɛ nka me ba mimbisa sɛ nia AC ɛwɔ de si wɔ nsuatraman ɛne na AC wɔ parliament no nti yɛhwɛ a mienu mpinifo no ombetumi akɔka ɛno ho asɛm a na sɛ we yɛhwɛ tu na nti na over to you wo na woyɛ we nti ya na wanga sɛ we ya no na mmom so fansa na mewie no minua baako very reverend Ntwi. Okay. Osofo Stephen Ntwi superintendent minister ewo Navrongo circuit. Okay. Minua pa. All right. Na osofo peni ne ho mfa no oda konfa anoche. Oh. Nti ne ye bɔ mpa ye ma no mi mate. Nti anope ye bɔ mpa ye ma no na ya stress osofo Ntwi irade ema ohun ento tem na witimi akoye edwuma nyame e de ahye wonsa no nti wo bompa na wa wunua
ebebo bia ma na ebebo bia ma na methodist fo nyina soso kristofo nyina etie sofo Stephen Ntwi ne ho mfa no kra oje ayarhwe wo kolebu nti bia komfo anoche to bia spend 1 minute kra e de bompa ma sofo Stephen enya dansidie se anka na otwe beko ne we adwoda na se da obesan aba no na ya ba be dia dance so for sorry ko back to na brungu okodi no super adwuma ye nyankopon be ye afesu ye bompa ye mo bia o yare bia wo hwe yen a o yare bia Christ na yare sa honhom nto so o Yesu Kristo din mu esamre se uji nyankopon adi se nyame mie soro so ma na abrodode so mra wonsam so ene ye bompa ye so se rade mfama honda e wo Yesu Kristo din so for
nyamisha
bia o hwe bia ya da mase all right eti ahwefo sam radio ye ja sofo kwan na wakoye ne dwuma ye sanje sofo foforo so a oba sofo the very reverend Kenneth eba ye demo ye twen na ono so ni ababa bedi enkomo afa eye enkwala ne Children's Week lunch no ho enti mo bia nko ba bia munim say Sunday school for the presiding for nioma agrokra. All right, we will say hello to the Freeman Methodist Guest House again.
This is the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. It is a luxurious and comfortable guest house in the heart of Kumasi. Our guest house features a range of modern and spacious rooms, each with its private bathroom and amenities. Our guests can enjoy various on-site facilities, including a restaurant, conference halls, event center, spacious car park, CCTV cameras, lifts, generator, and many more. We are conveniently located opposite the Wesley College of Education near the Swami Roundabout in Kumasi and are easily accessible by public transportation. We look forward to welcoming you to the Freeman Methodist Guest House Limited. Contact us by telephone 050-650-8591 or 050-650-8592, or you can email us at fmghlghana@gmail.com or use our website www.fmghlghana.com. Freeman Methodist Guest House, where serving you is our delight.
thankful hands and yield them up to thee. Joyful that we ourselves are thine, thine let our children.
Welcome back. This is still Sorry Nashing Well. The Children's Week celebration is also coming up, and you know when it happens, especially if you have your own ward and who is part of the Methodist Sunday School. And so this is what we'll be discussing right here. I have been joined by the very Reverend Kenneth Arthur Safo. He is the director for the Children's Ministry. And when you see this man in your society, you should know that the children are always excited to meet him. Nkwala. Bishop. Papa Mpacho is saying good morning.
Good morning.
Nkwala ni who to say?
Nkwala now.
Okay. In I'm paying for no swear. Okay. All right. Children's Week celebration. Ebebaso. So tell us about the Children's Week celebration.
Well, the Children's Week is a period as we focus on the child in the church.
And who is that child we are talking about?
The child is every child in the Methodist Church Ghana under 18 years. So 0 to 17, 17, once you are not yet 18, you are a child. Per the UN Convention. And we celebrate them.
Okay.
We give them the opportunity to showcase what they have. It's a worship relevant to children.
Okay.
They come in to show something, whether it is relevant to them or not. And they add other things that makes children, make children happy and feel that they belong to the church.
Now, this is an annual event.
Sure.
Into this year, when is it going to take place?
It is taking place from, we are launching it in all societies from the 9th. The Bible Sunday.
It's a Sunday we are quite sorry. We
are launching it.
Okay.
Every society is launching it. And then we start the proper celebration from Monday, which is the 10th.
Okay.
To 16th.
That is the next week Monday.
Sure.
Until next week Monday, what are some of the activities are you home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday through to Sunday?
Well, you know, we are celebrating 190 years of the church. And so we have grouped the various activities concerning the week. So from Monday, we are looking at the talk on the theme, discipleship.
Growing into Christian maturity.
Yes. Then the Tuesday will be a play night. So we pick on any social issue affecting children, and the children will act a play on it. Society be
okay.
No, all the celebration, everything we are doing is at the society level. We don't want it to be at a particular Sure.
Okay.
We have all the social issues, and we have given the various social issues we want to treat. So you can pick any of them and then ask them to know that. Then Wednesday is the one you love to hear.
Okay.
Tell us our history.
Auntie, we history naturally.
No, now we are looking for an adult who can present our history to us.
History being?
The history of the very society in which you were. But because we are celebrating 190 years, the person will have to summarize it from the 1835 when the church arrived in Ghana and how it spread to your society.
Okay. I said Jenny, no?
Jenny. And then we want to hear, that is another beautiful aspect. We want to hear, you know, anytime they tell us the story, the history of the church, they forget about children. That when they started the society, the children, some children were part. So this time we have added that they should be able to help us to understand whether or no, whether there were some children, and do we even remember their names?
And
where are they? And all that. So we will go, and then the Thursday we left it for the society's own local arrangement. If the society has something good to do, maybe we cannot think everything for the society. They may have something else that we are not considering. Then you put it there.
As the director, what are you expecting the society to do on that Thursday? On
that Thursday, as I said, I can't just pinpoint one thing.
Okay.
Some societies use that to invite other churches, that local council of churches, the children to have either quizzes or sing song. I mean, or any program, variety. And that one, I am not the one to. So once they have their own program, we want to give them the room, because sometimes what we focus on at the top may not be their focus there. It might not be their focus there. Yes. So we want to. Do
that. Now Friday, so.
And then the Friday will be the prayer night, as usual.
All night. And
we are children. We are children. We don't want to subject the children to so much pressure that all night. Where it is appropriate, why not? We can't stop that, but we don't really advocate for that. Yes. And then the Saturday is the 190th anniversary float. And open air evangelism. Yeah, boss, me dem me me should be crying can move be canvas be me to be dia so.
Until start you shall say free.
Society be ya.
Okay. Until baby a point we are bet me.
Baby a mo gidi some twi until say brigade ro krom ha. Sabre o say by now leaders meeting na shall say pay eduane. Okay. Also mo hu men man pai. Brigade ni ho so a local drums na ho na. Yeah, you be boom. Yeah, be boom. Don't sign.
It's from Monday to Friday, more refreshing kwala.
Well, society be and then will not stop. Yes, that one. You know, Presiding Bishop will even be happy to hear that a society did that one. But the most important,
connectional one is
connectional. The lunch is that's what I was going to talk about. The most important one is tomorrow at 10 o'clock at the 𝗦𝗍 Towers Auditorium.
10 a.m.
The Presiding Bishop is launching the Children's Week, and we are, in fact, we have children from Tema and Northern Accra coming, and we have invited Sunday that the children ministry in Tema. Let me be a good Methodist. Accra, La Creme de la Creme. Tema and the Northern Accra. They are just around, so we will just. But the invitation is also open to everyone, everywhere who would want to come for the program. It is just for 2 hours, and you see children from Maranatha Society, Tema West, and then children from Dome Trinity Society. Yes, they will all be performing.
I think say Bepemre na ya post connectional launch no near course on afin so activities because throughout.
I'll be happy to be here.
Children's Week celebration no shall say into wo akola bia na akola no ofie na onko Sunday school yet ampacho makola na shall say enko Methodist Sundays because so besu na ma bebre afin so the week ni na no obetumi afa oba no ko from Monday through to Sunday. Into Sunday, no, Thanksgiving now. Okay, Papa Pacho.
Yes, and expect something new this year.
Okay.
Something big is coming. It is called the poster arts competition.
Okay.
We have given some topics. I'm not going to disclose it here because it will be launched tomorrow.
Okay.
By the 190th anniversary committee, they will come there and launch it for us. We have some topics categorized into ages, so that your age group, you know the topic we give you, then you design something for us, a poster on the 190th anniversary.
Wow.
Or about the church.
That would be great. It
would be great. What talent, beyond making sure so because the rest will bring you the papers.
All right.
But this one, they will tell you what they are expecting, and you get it better.
Okay. Jimre, right after the morning show, the launch of the Children's Week celebration, Ebesha say, TV so, and as any of our social media platforms, so Methodist Church Ghana, WTV Ghana, of course, will be to me who near Ebekoso Echna. 𝗟𝗏𝗡 Towers, Papa, the Presiding Bishop of the Methodist Church Ghana, Ebejnemo, Aye, Jumani Fe, Eddie, my it's all about the Children's Week celebration. Pass baby, I will be next week. So now, with me, participating in all the activities throughout the weekend. Here, Papa, the very Reverend Kenneth Atasafo, and the Chichinkomo, a children's week celebration. Yadani and Waba Yaba, and in Yakano, Ebetuaso.